The fifth and final phase of polling in Jammu and Kashmir takes place today. Now, the fate of 213 candidates will be decided, and 20 assembly constituencies in 3 districts of Jammu, Kathua and Rajouri are polling today. Now, according to police, there's elaborate security arrangements. They've been put in place, and especially in areas close to the international border. Amongst the candidates are 5 sitting ministers, several former ministers, legislators and ex-members of parliament. Now, the BJP's performance is said to be crucial in this phase, and it will decide whether the BJP will be able to form the government in the state. Let's go across to Zafar Iqbal for more on this. Zafar, the polling's just underway, so tell us what you see, and in terms it's very crucial for the BJP, as I just said.
Well, indeed, very crucial for the BJP. BJP is pinning its all hopes on the 5th phase of polling, because these are the areas which have traditionally been a stronghold of the BJP. Jammu, Rajouri and Kathua, all the 20 seats in these areas. But I can tell you, as of now, not many people have turned up. There's a slow stream of people coming out here in Gandhinagar, which is an upmarket area in Jammu. Slowly but surely, people coming out to cast their votes. It's very cold here. That may be stopping them for the moment, but as the day progresses, expected that more people would turn up. But security has been kept on a high alert. Additional deployments have been made, not just in Jammu, but in the border areas of RS Pura, Rajouri and Kathua. Most of these places which are going to polls are very close to the international border with Pakistan. So elaborate security arrangements have been made. There was a major militant attack just last month in Jammu. Keeping that in view, more deployments have been made to ensure that the day passes on peacefully. But clearly there are many high-profile candidates in the fray. Deputy Chief Minister Tara Chand and other high-profile ministers from Jammu. It's an important phase. We've seen unprecedented voter turnout during the first 4 phases in Kashmir Valley, as well as in Ladakh and some areas of Jammu, and now main Jammu heartland, Jammu, Kathua, Rajouri going to polls today, and important for the BJP, who are pinning their hopes on their much cherished Mission 44+. Kulsum?
Right, Zafar, let's take a look at the security arrangements in place. As you say, a lot of the areas around the international border, and given the spate of violence we've seen in just this month, the police have assured that there are security arrangements in place. How many polling booths really sensitive and hypersensitive here?
Well, many polling booths are sensitive and hypersensitive. In fact, a lot of the polling booths are ahead of the border fence. Remember, the border fence is at places many kilometers inside the Indian territory, and there are many villages which are ahead of the border fence. So there are many hypersensitive polling booths which are there at the international border, and all across Jammu there are sensitive polling booths. Jammu is very close to the international border. It's just 20-30 kilometers from Pakistan, at places even 11 kilometers from Pakistan. So it's very close to the international border, and its proximity with Pakistan makes the entire stretch very sensitive. And given that that has been taken into consideration, and adequate security arrangements have been put in place in Jammu and in places which are close to the line of control in Rajouri.
But Zafar, how cold is it? I haven't checked the temperatures, but I'm assuming it's going to be really cold there. And is it going to affect the voter turnout?
Well, it's very cold today. For the last 3 days, Jammu has been very cold. It's unlike what is Jammu. Generally, the valley is very cold, but Jammu is not so cold. But we've seen a lot of fog in Jammu for the last 3 days, and it's very cold. That's one reason that not many people have turned up to cast their vote right now. But maybe as the day progresses, the weather will improve and more people will come out. But in the past, we've seen in Kashmir Valley, people really were not stopped by the cold weather. There's unprecedented cold wave in Kashmir Valley, but that did not stop people from going out to cast their vote. And one would expect that same would happen in Jammu. But it's very cold this season, which is unlike of Jammu, what we see in the past. Kulsum?
Right, Zafar, thanks very much for joining us. It's going to be a long day for you. All I'll say is just stay warm. Thanks very much for the update. Now, also, Jharkhand will poll in the fifth and final phase today with 208 candidates in the fray for 16 seats. Now, among the heavyweights is Hemant Soren, the JMM leader, is contesting from Dumka and apart from the Barhet constituency, where he is facing a challenge from former Morcha leader and BJP candidate Hemlal Murmu. Now, Speaker Shashank Shekhar Bhokta is seeking a re-election from Sarat, while State Rural Works Minister Lobin Hembrom is in the fray from the Borio constituency. Now, both of them are JMM candidates. While the JMM has fielded candidates in all 16 seats, the BJP has gone up with 15 candidates. There are 12 candidates, including one woman from the BSP, and while the Congress has fielded 11 candidates, including 2 women. Let's go across to Alok Pandey, who joins us this morning for an update from there. Alok, good morning. To begin with, I hope you're not saying I want to trade places with Zafar being in Jammu. So you are where you are. Just give us an update in terms of what you're looking at. Of course, weather playing a big role, given that a lot of places are getting cold now.
Oh, well, yes, I am where I am, but it's very cold, you know. I had a very horrible night trying to just in the one blanket that the hotel gave us, but anyway, that's beside the point. These people have braved the cold early in the morning to come out to cast their vote. Dumka, of course, is, you could say, the headquarters of the Santhal Pargana region in Jharkhand, which, of course, has been the bastion of the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha for a long, long time. In fact, Shibu Soren, the tallest leader in Jharkhand and in these parts, started his movement and his party, the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, from these parts, and that's why this is a prestige battle for the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha in these parts. Of the 16 seats that are going to the polls in the last 2009 elections, I think the JMM won at least 11 of those seats, and that's why the BJP this time has tried its best to ensure that they manage to grab some chunk of the votes here in this region in Jharkhand, because this will perhaps determine what kind of numbers any party gets in the elections, whether it is the BJP or the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha. A lot of these people have come out early in the morning to cast their vote. I spot a few young faces also. आपका नाम क्या है बस?
शंकर शर्मा।
कितने बजे सुबह कब से लाइन में लगे हुए हैं?
7 बजे से।
7 बजे से लगे हुए हैं। 1 घंटा हो गया आप लोग को लाइन में लगे हुए। अच्छा, एक बात बताइए, इस बार स्थिर सरकार आप लोग के लिए कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट है? सब पार्टी यही कैंपेन किया है कि स्थिर सरकार दीजिए। कितना जरूरी आपको लगता है?
हमको तो बहुत जरूरी लगता है एक सरकार बनाए यहाँ का, लेकिन देखें कहाँ तक जाते हैं।
So I think that's been the sentiment across the 5 phases, Kulsum, the fact that everyone's been saying that give us the majority government. That's what the voters are also saying. Remains to be seen whether that will happen or not. But like I said, this election, this phase in Jharkhand is perhaps a prestige battle for the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, also for the BJP, because this area where the polling is happening is the JMM stronghold.